Yo, we live. You're now listening to Volume 82, the Bucket Up Podcast. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Ty Latte, aka your mom called me over for Easter dinner. And I'm here as always with the homie, the kid JB. What's good?
Yo. Could have been right last week. It's the kid JB, aka Mr. Told You So. Not because I'm always right, but when I am, I'm like, shit, you're right. I'm right. I told you so. But yeah, Mr. Easter Excuse himself, man. Shouts to Lance Mijadas. We were supposed to have him on the show today, and I kind of didn't know my schedule. And for once in my life, I'm using Easter as an excuse because I gotta be at Easter dinner. Shouts to my girlfriend Joelle. So yeah, bringing me into that world. But yeah, um, what's your Easter looking like, bro? Because mine's looking jam packed early in the evening or early in the day. I don't know what's up with these holidays, man. They start with like dinner.
Um, we were gonna go and hang out with some family. But it's been like a weird long week. We had some things come up. So we're kind of just gonna chill here, maybe do something little, just us two, kind of, and relax. You know what I mean? We've been going. I don't know if you noticed that we've been doing shit like it feels like the last couple weekends, just doing a whole bunch of stuff. So it's kind of nice to kind of get a day to chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was funny because Joelle was just like, "Who closes the gym on Easter?" And I was like, I think Easter's
Everybody.
pretty important, you know."
Yeah.
Even I know that shit. I'm
Never.
kind of outsider.
Then yeah, I didn't even realize like a lot of people had off on Good Friday, and I didn't even think about that as a holiday people would get off. But now that I think about it, yeah, that seems pretty important.
So yeah, anyway, shouts to Easter, shouts to the homie coming back. Shouts to you, Jesus. And it's funny, man, because yesterday was 420, which I don't know why everybody I don't know and how when that became a thing. But there's many different avenues of 420, I think. I think it's also Hitler's birthday.
What?
Um yeah, and unfortunately it's the anniversary of Columbine. Um
Okay.
yeah, which I think Columbine was the day before the 19th, but it's always a scary, not a friendly weekend after that. So, yeah, 420, man, people get stoned. I personally get stoned every day, so I don't understand why it's a big fiasco or like why it's such a hype.
See,
But
I
anyway.
I partook in some 420 festivities. I'm not much of a smoker. But I will say for people, I think the people who are big stoners, 420 is big for them. Not everybody. So if you smoke every day, it's like whatever. But I think it's kind of like a way for them to bring their friends who don't smoke like that into the fold to kind of, you know what I mean, like be like, hey, come be a part of my world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is cool, and I invite people to come part of their world every day. So
Yeah,
if
no,
you,
no, I know.
so if
But
you're hanging out with JB, I'm always like, yo, yeah, I don't know. I will say I like the corporate aspect of it now because as being be able to shop at the dispensaries, aka the grocery stores, as I like to call them.
mm,
They had great deals. Buy one get one, this, free that. So I kind of definitely took advantage of that shit. But yeah, I mean that was Saturday. I'll get to it on Friday, man. No restaurant review,
wow, you
but
guys finally stopped going to restaurants, huh?
mm, yeah, I actually been sick all week, man. I finally shouts to me finally getting over it,
Mm.
and so yeah, I haven't really been having an appetite like that. Uh, I door dashed something on Friday, but it was just way too expensive. So again, it's a weird rule. I don't like to DoorDash fast food, but then when you DoorDash expensive food, you feel twice as bad.
I feel like it's all trash.
So anyway, but it beats my driving anxiety. Shouts to Sunday Scaries.
Yeah.
Go to sundayscaries.com, promo code bucket up, 10% off. Anyway,
Hey, we did it early. Let's go.
you know what I'm saying? I got anxiety all day, so I can get it anytime. But anyway,
There you go.
um, yeah, man. So I tried watching a movie though. Shouts to the homie Zell, um, Roman J. Israel, and I will say, man, I wasn't smart enough for that movie. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
just to let people know, like real quick, JB movie review. Roman J. Israel is Denzel Washington. He plays a defense attorney divorce. Not doesn't say divorce. Innocent. It's hard to explain. He convicts. He does convictions or some shit like that. I don't even know the term. See, I'm not smart enough.
I
But
think
anyway,
he's a public defendant.
public
I've seen the
defendant.
movie.
Okay, cool. He's got Asperger's, which means he's like autistic, but really smart or some shit like that. He loves peanut butter and jellies for some reason. And other than that, the part where he gets beat up in the park gets me sad. And yeah, so I wasn't smart enough for the movie. But yeah, Roman J. Israel.
No. Wild review, bro. That was a wild review.
Stay tuned for my Avengers review next week.
Oh my god, I saw Roman J. Israel and it was boring as hell. That's my review of it. I was surprised that Denzel even just decided to do that. I guess it was kind of
like a smart fat Albert.
I didn't, but it's like I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but this movie's been out for a minute. But it's like he's a public defender, and then he knows the location of a guy who's like a bad guy, and so he sends in the tip for that guy, even though he's not really supposed to do that, and he gets the reward money for it, and he kind of starts living a better life because of the reward money. But then the people who he tipped off find out that he did it, and they end up coming for him, and that's the movie. But it's like that sounds like cool, but it's like the most boring way possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of weird things, like watching him make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and like stare out windows and balconies and shit. And you're like, okay, I don't really. All right, sure.
Right. So again, it's Zell, so I love him, but I'd say like
least favorite. I don't know if anybody ever seen Virtuosity. That's not a great Denzel movie either.
But I like this dialogue. I did like the part where he said, actually, I forgot some shit, but
bode real well for the movie, bro.
I'll still watch if it's a Zell movie though. So anyway,
no, I know you got
Friday. But.
I was, if people know, there's probably a good amount of people who listen to the pod also follow me on Facebook and see me doing these actor bracket things, and fucking Denzel getting 130 something votes and nobody voting for the other person. Or shout out to Cuba Gooding Jr., which sucks because he's not a bad actor, but he's going up against Denzel. But I was thinking that I never really heard anybody say that Denzel was either bad or overrated, which is like impossible.
It's so funny.
The internet.
And I'll say I haven't really been partaking in the bracket because I don't know shit about the TV shows. The actors, I know that you do actors now. What's funny I've been noticing is a lot of the defense or a lot of the explanations people have been like, if they vote for somebody, they name their best movie. And they vote against somebody, they name their worst.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Like, bro, yeah, Denzel. You're talking Cuba? What are you talking about? Boat Trip? Like, nah.
Yeah, we're gonna bring out the worst movie he did. Like nobody's like, yo, Virtuosity though.
It's like, yeah, I'm keen on. I'm hip to all that shit, man. Get out of here.
But I mean, obviously that's how it works. Like Charlize Theron been in like multiple great movies, and they're just like, yeah, but she ruined the last Fast and Furious. It's like, bro,
they all ruined it. Man.
Yeah, the Fast and Furious. What are we doing?
After one, it was enough.
Don't let Trav hear you say that. He gonna spaz on you, bro.
Trav, after one was enough of Fast and the Furious. Bro,
Tokyo Drift was fired.
Oh no, that was like the video game one. The
video game.
What was the one after Tyrese walked away saying pockets ain't empty? Cuz I was like, all right, I'm good. We're
Well, this is going to the history of Fast and Furious. Shouts to the Nostalgia Be Damn pod because they actually did a review of the first Fast and Furious. They started off, lifting fucking VCR, which is wild. VCRs, that's what they were stealing. Yeah. And then eventually they brought on The Rock and they became international spies. And you watch the first movie and you're like, how the fuck do they get to there? But I will say there are some movies in there that are good, like Too Fast and Furious. I enjoy Tokyo Drift because it's funny. That main dude is like a terrible actor, but like it's just hilarious to watch him act. And then fucking Bow Wow, The fourth one is not that great. The fifth one is good because that's when they brought The Rock on and they're just doing wild shit. And they were just like, fuck it, this is stupid. We're gonna just do wild shit with cars. And then, 6 and 7 or whatever, what's his name died, R.I.P. And the seventh one was okay. And then the last one was like, ugh.
Yeah. So okay, it sounds like you're on my side about this.
I'm okay with it at this point. Like, yo, they're gonna keep making the movies and making money because people fucking love those movies. Like, especially people who are in the cars, like Trav. And so I'm like, whatever. As long as they lean into like how dumb it is, and I'm cool with it. Like the Hobbs and Shaw shit looks stupid. I'm like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, but I mean, then if there's people that actually take it seriously, they're not really leaning into it.
I don't know if you can take seriously them dropping a car out of a helicopter, my guy.
Some people do.
Or driving a fucking Dodge Charger on ice. I don't know if you can take that serious, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't know. What else you do this weekend? I mean, I have a review I can do too.
Well, this is the holiday weekend, man. So I will say, happy Easter, happy Passover, bro, to all the buckets out there.
Hey, I heard it 420, so it's Puff Puff Passover.
It was Puff Puff Passover, and then I was laughing because everyone's all stoned, and then now they're celebrating that Jesus is coming back today, and I'm like, man, y'all got some good ass weed.
They're celebrating the Most High, my guy.
Yeah, like, bruh, this is the way Jesus want to come back. Everyone's stoned, and they're like, yo, we gotta cook tomorrow because Jesus coming back.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, shouts to him though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you a big like Cheba Hut guy?
Just because they got me because I live next to one that is open late.
Because I went there for the first time yesterday. And I will say the sub was banging. Like
what'd you get?
I think I got like a 5-0 or something. It was called. It had like a whole bunch of pork on it.
Oh, okay.
I was torn. There's a lot. I should have got the garlic bread though. I fucked up and didn't get the garlic bread. But the sub, like in terms of the subs here that I've had, like it's one of the better subs.
Did you have Kool-Aid with it?
Nah. I wasn't. I just got like some lemonade.
Oh, that's cool. I like the AK-47, like I told you. Or my bad. The White Widow is the chicken and ranch something.
Oh, okay. I think the AK-47 is the French dip joint.
Yeah, that is that. I like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. So also shouts to me and Joel. We made another Passover brisket pot roast. Shouts to the Jews. And yeah, we cooked that overnight because we're actually gonna mix it with the Easter dinner or whatever we make tonight at Joel's dad's house.
Oh snap!
So we're about to have This Is What Happened When Worlds Collide.
Like Jewish people and Jesus ain't collab like this in a minute, bro.
I mean, shit. Shouts to history bombs for everybody. The Last Supper was a Passover Seder, man. So real quick,
I mean, it makes sense.
Passover for motherfuckers is we celebrate the fact when we escaped Egyptian rule and slavery. The Israeli kids dance now. You get to play hide the matzah. You know what I'm saying? Eat freely, but what it was is Pharaoh and his goons took over Egypt. Took over Israel and said like, "Yo, you guys got a week to get out of Egypt. A week to get out of Israel, or else we're gonna rain havoc on you. We're gonna take your firstborn."
Ooh.
Yeah. So motherfuckers, while we were trying to dip, we couldn't all dip at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So we had motherfuckers fall back, and they fucking painted some lamb's blood over the door, right?
Oh shit.
And this way the spirits would pass over the door.
Oh, that's where they get the Passover from.
And that's why we free today, fam.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to put like the like more vocals in the background. Bucket hat history.
I'm happy to educate you guys on Passover, man. So
there you go. Now you know.
Yeah. So shouts to Passover.
We do that more because, like, I know you're in it, and you would think most people would know a lot about Jewish holidays, but I'm gonna be real, I don't know that much.
Yeah, and if you need to learn more, I always tell people the best point of reference is Rugrats episode,
You can also Google.
which will often lead you to the Rugrats episode.
Probably, yeah, it's the best point. Shout out to the Rugrats. They put it on, bro. They did the Hanukkah stuff. They did the Passover. They did Kwanzaa. They was out here, bro. They was really out here educating. Shouts to them.
Yeah. So shouts to the Pickles, man, and that whole family, that whole neighborhood. Neighborhood, I rep that. But yeah, man. So what was your weekend like?
Yeah,
Besides the 420 stuff.
Yeah, no, it was a weird, wonky weekend. I don't want to get too much into it, but we had, Aubrey and Trav had a little thing come up, and everything seems to be looking up right now. So praise up and all that good shit. But we were watching. Me and Katie were watching Tegan to help them out.
Shouts to Baby Tegan.
Yeah, shouts to Baby Tegan. I realized I hadn't done a Baby Tegan TV on the socials in a while, and I was like, oh, that's wild. So, he was chilling. He's such a cool ass baby, bro.
He's so funny, dude.
Right, he just be chilling. Like he got dropped off. It was just me and him, and he just looking around like I don't know what's going on, but I bet. And so he just like found his toys, and he was just like handing his toys off to me. And if for reference, he's like 14 months old or 15 months old, and he's like handing his toys to me. I'm like, all right, what's up? And then he just go grab another one and just hand it to me again. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, but
you know what he's telling you? He's like, get the strap.
Like, yo, I'm getting the crew. We about to roll out. I don't
know where we are. We just got dropped off. You're the only dude I recognize somewhat,
So we gonna figure this out. So yeah, he was chilling. Then Katie came home, and we were like, hanging out with him. We were teaching him how to like catch a little bit. So we were throwing a teddy bear into his arms, and he was doing like the QC and us catch. So he was doing it mad slow. So we had to like fake like we threw it, but we really just handing it to him.
Yeah.
He was like, he was smiling hard as shit. I was like, oh man, this is cute.
That's funny, man.
It was a cool little, Friday night hanging out with the little homie. And then, Saturday, like I said, I partake in some 420 festivities, more so just going.
Yeah, you went to Chiba Hut.
Went to Chiba Hut. I was hanging with some people. They were doing their thing. It was weird because I was at there and there was a group of people who were like smoking, and then there was also a group of people who were getting ready for a rave. And I was like, this is wild.
That's quite the opposite.
Yeah, it was a wild dichotomy. I was like, all right. And we really like it was just like this dude's house, and he just like got a whole bunch of friends. So like different sects of his friends are just in the house, even though they don't really know each other like that. And he's just like, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh yeah, they're going to a rave. And so they're all there, raved out, wearing rave shit. They all had scarves on, and we were like, why the fuck? Why does everybody have scarves? Is that a rave thing? And everybody's like, I don't think that don't sound like a rave thing. I never seen anybody wear a scarf to a rave. And they were like, yeah, because somebody ended up asking, like, yo, why y'all wearing scarves? And they're like, oh, when you do like Molly at a rave, you throw the scarf over your head, and that's like your safe place.
That's okay.
Because all the people is overwhelming. And I was just like, I feel like if the people are overwhelming, I feel like then you probably shouldn't be doing Molly at a rave.
Or don't go.
Like that seems like that'd be the worst place then. But then they're like, but that's the best place too. And I'm like, I don't okay, y'all got it, bro.
Yeah, more for you.
Yeah, that's all y'all, bro. Y'all figure that out. I ain't never, I'm not about the rave life, so who am I to critique it?
Right. Yeah, I will say I also on Mill Avenue last night was I guess they did an office themed bar crawl.
Oh, I thought it was like office trivia or some shit.
Yeah, it was office trivia, but people dressed up like office members and like the show and characters.
Damn, bro, people fuck with that show so heavy.
This kid that's friends with my roommate came over before they went out, and he was dressed like Prison Mike. The episode where Steve Carell pretends he's in prison, for the people that don't watch The Office. And the kid was wearing a shirt and a tie and then a bandana, right?
Yeah.
And what's funny is I was in the back smoking with my boy Wendell, and the kid comes out to smoke with us, yada yada. And Wendell, being an old school cat from Chicago, not really knowing what The Office is and not knowing what this guy, who this guy is, the kid's trying to make casual conversation, and the way he worded it, instead of saying we got this thing from the office, he's like, I gotta go, I got this office thing. And mind you, the guy's dressed in a suit and a bandana. And my boy Wendell goes, well, you look progressive. He didn't know he didn't he didn't know what to say, right? So then the dude dips and he goes, Jesse, where I'm from, when a dude with a suit and a bandana tells me he's got an office thing, that means that he's gonna go kill somebody. So I was laughing so hard, dude. So I guess he had to be there type shit. But anyway, yeah, there was an office bar crawl yesterday, and they were telling me how they were gonna have me on speed dial in case because they were doing trivia, and I got my office trivia on lock like that.
There you go. There you go. I should have went, bro.
Yeah. I just yeah, whatever. I stayed back and slaved over a stove, man.
Yeah, you had to get that brisket.
Yeah, that shit took like 6 hours to cook.
It's crazy. I saw the pics of it though. It looked fuego, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing, you know, because usually I catch a movie. I did not go to the movies this week. I probably was gonna see Hellboy, but then I saw the reviews for that shit and I was like, woof. It was like it was like a 7% or some shit on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, I'm good, bro, because it's already a remake, and I was like iffy on it to begin with.
I didn't even see the original, so
yeah, the original was like in the early 2000s, kind of before the comic book superhero shit was taking off. But it was done by Guillermo del Toro, who's like a very good director. You know, he's really good with like the weird shit like that. And so I don't know what made them think they needed to remake this, but that's what they felt like doing. But they didn't get Guillermo del Toro to do it with them. And so it seemed like they made a big mistake. And they ain't make no money. So I was like, all right, I'm good. But what did happen is Beyonce dropped a fucking documentary about Coachella, her Coachella performance from last year on Netflix. And, you know, everybody during the week, everybody was freaking out. People taking off fucking a day of work.
Yeah, I don't get it, dude.
They're taking off a day of work to see it. So I know that there's people who don't fuck with Beyonce like that. And I know that you probably one of those people. I know a couple of those people. I'm not like this huge Beyonce fan that's like, oh, she's a queen bee. I'm part of the beehive. But after I watched the documentary, and after watching it, like the thing that like kind of undeniable is that she is one of the best ever at putting on a show. Like the performance was insane. Like her getting all like a fucking HBCU band, like the choreography, her doing 2 hours basically straight. She only had like one. She had like one or two intermissions maybe, and you know what I'm saying. Like she just know how to put on performance. Like you can't deny how dope she is.
Her Super Bowl shit was sick. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can't deny her as a performer.
That's dude. And that's where shit gets twisted. I'm not denying Beyonce at all. I love Beyonce.
Oh, I'm not saying you are. I was just saying the people, like, regardless of how you feel about her in general, in terms of whatever it is.
I'm
like,
just not with. I'm just not with the obsession of it. And I'm not with that with any celebrity type thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, because I'm not like, oh, whatever Beyonce does is like she's unassailable, but like she does have bad songs. Like it's all whatever that is. But like watching the show, you're like, damn, you don't realize one how many actual hits she does have, and two, like, bro, like this is amazing. Not only from a standpoint of like the how big of a performance it is, but also like how much she's putting on for like black culture. Like everything about the performance was black as shit. And like
she performed. Yeah, she's a great performer and stuff like that. I just had a good time vibing to her songs in Destiny's Child more than by herself. Like I just catch myself doing that more. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, that's cool. I was listening to Bomani Jones, and he was talking about how he's the opposite. He was saying that like he didn't really rock too much with Destiny's Child because he seemed like it was little, like it wasn't as. He said like the lyricism of it wasn't as advanced as like later Beyonce stuff. I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess that's to each. To me, I like certain parts of all of it. Like again, I'm not like a part of the Bayhive. I'm not fighting people because they talk shit about Beyonce online. It's like I don't really give a shit. I'm just saying, in terms of performance, like that shit was in like the whole and like what she had to do to get there. They were rehearsing for 8 months. She had these people, like people couldn't tell their families or whatever that they were doing it, but they were rehearsing for 8 months. She had just had the babies, like the twins or whatever, so she had to like cut out like all these food groups so she could like get in like shape and shit. And it like the way that everything came together was like insane. And so like the documentary is great. It's a great watch, regardless of how much of a Beyonce fan you are, because like she put a shit ton of work into it. So shouts to that. Definitely watch that. Um, whether if you're like a little Beyonce fan, it'll be cool. If you're into Beyonce, you probably already seen it. And I'm just being a dead horse, but I'm just saying like the performance was insane. So
yeah, I probably won't watch it, but I will take your word for it. I will say we used to see Destiny Child song though. What's that? It was called
Destiny Child's in the performance, by the way.
Oh, that's tight. But there was a song that we used to come out to, and our hockey team came out to a Destiny's Child song, man. Maybe that's why I defended it so much.
Y'all came out to
lose my breath. Lose my breath.
That's funny. All right, that makes
lose
sense.
my breath, baby boy. We used to not all the time. We used to come out to like once, like if we escaped through or some shit, or it would come up like during a timeout or some shit,
I guess
it was, what it was? It was actually tight. It was like there was a dance. Our dance team danced to that at our pep rally, so it was like an honor to them type shit. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. But
anyway,
shout out to Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
But yes, that was my. So yeah, what about I will say I got invited to an Easter or I was gonna say an Easter Passover dinner. That's what I'm about to have. I got invited to an Easter egg hunt.
Oh yeah,
which I've never done before. Have you ever done one growing up?
Oh yeah, we used to do Easter hunts all the time. It's kind of weird seeing how other people do it, but because like when I was younger, we used to do it where like my family, my like older family, aunts and uncles, moms and them would like paint like hard boiled eggs, and then they would just hide them out in the yard, and then have the kids go and like go and collect the eggs, and then however many eggs you get, you bring back. You can obviously eat the eggs if you want to, but also like if you had the most eggs, you get like the biggest Easter basket, and like so on and so forth. Like, but not every family does that. Some families just give you an Easter basket, and that's basket.
Shout to that.
There's some families that like do all plastic eggs, and like some eggs and most of the eggs got prizes in them. So you get an egg, and they got like $20 in it. You get another egg, $10. You get an egg. There's like candy in it. I've been to like stuff like when it's like my cousins and shit that would do it like that. And I don't know which one is more fun. Yeah, I weirdly like hard boiled eggs, so those are fire. So
I actually do too. I like that, and I like deviled eggs.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, bro. If I'm gonna eat, I'll eat some hard boiled eggs. Obviously, I'd rather have $20, but
see, that's the same thing I was telling you about hide the matzah, and you're like that. You're like they're gonna hide the same shit that you would eat anyway.
Well, yeah, but you don't usually just eat hard boiled eggs for you.
I know, but I'm saying that. Yeah. So also a little tidbit for Passover is you play hide the matzah or find the Ofi Coleman, and growing up, man, my cousins were fucking lame as fuck, and they would cheat so much. When it would be at their house, it'd be like home field advantage or whatever. So they know all the hiding spots. And the oldest Jew, usually my grandpa, tells us where, 3 clues. And my cousins would look around for the fucking matzah while we're eating dinner. And then when it'd be go time, they'd be like, found it. I'm like, whatever,
like, oh, you found it off rip? All right.
Yeah, bet. All right, you're not that nice. So then, the winner would get like $10, $5, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. It got to a year where my brother and sister were too old and too cool for school, and my grandpa would just both give them like $20. I was like, what? They didn't even play, fam.
No, they beat the system, bro.
What, by getting old? I was like, fuck out of here.
Well, I think it's funny too because I think the younger you are, the more money $20 sound. So I guess maybe they got to the point like, man, it ain't even worth my time to go and search for $20 as they got older. But then he was like, if I just get $20, that's cool.
Right. That's why I was like, the kids shouldn't. I was like, they should just sit down. The fuck.
Right. But me, like $5 whole was a shit ton of money when I was like 6 or 7. That shit
I
was crazy.
know, but imagine you winning and find the matzah, and you open the shit and it's $5, and then you look up and your older brother just gets 20 for just being older. You're like, nah, I earned
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you never think about it in perspective. Like when I'm his age, hopefully they give me the same shit. You know?
You see, you would, yeah, bro. You're right. Yeah, you would think that's how that shit happens.
Yeah.
Just like, man, nah. Now you got me in my bag. Nah.
Like, yo, I guess, like when you see people at work getting raises and like they've been there longer, like, yo, I wish I was getting a raise too, but at the same time, y'all better hit me when I get there. So, you know what I mean?
Oftentimes, yeah, fuck it. Anyway, but yeah, dude. Before we go, we gotta hit it with the early time check because I gotta get to this Easter dinner and shit. You wanted to talk about our top 5 fruits?
Yeah, bro. We were talking about that at work because it started off with a melon conversation. I know this is kind of left field, but this is important to me.
This is the Bucket Up podcast.
We talk about wild shit. But we were talking about how like all melons suck except watermelon. And people were trying to put cantaloupe over watermelon. I was spazzing.
Nah.
Like, bro, what the hell are you talking about?
You work with bad people, dude.
It wasn't that many people. It was like 4 people, and I still was spazzing.
I know.
Most people were just like, yeah, watermelon's the best melon. What the hell? Some people were saying all melon trash. I'm like, don't say that about watermelon. It's cool.
I will say, yeah, shouts to Taco Bell. They got this thing called the watermelon freeze. It's like a Slurpee.
I seen it.
I got 2 of them yesterday.
Was it banging?
Delicious.
I hope so. If you got 2.
I didn't get 2 at one time. I went 2 different times yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
They're that good. Go get one.
Okay. Fire. But yeah, so I was like, we were, mapping out our top 5 favorite fruit because I was like, watermelon's the top 5. So, do you know what your top 5 is? You want me to rattle off mine?
You go first, but watermelon's in my top 5.
Right.
Yeah.
So as you know, watermelon's there. I would put watermelon at 4. My number 1 fruit was probably grapes. Any kind. You can go green. You can go purple. I guess I'm gonna go grapes. Then 2, I'm gonna go orange. 3, watermelon. 4, mango, and then 5 is pineapple.
Oh wow!
The only reason mango and mango and pineapple taste better than the other ones that I have listed ahead, they're just hard as shit to cut. Like I never feel like doing that shit. You know what I mean? Fresh pineapples, not out the fucking can.
I got you. All right. Well, yeah. I always it's funny because I know mangoes and peach and mangoes are like a toss up for people.
Yeah.
But I've never really got like a fire perfect one to even like both of them. So I'd have to get them like a taste test. But yeah, I'm going in no specific order. Orders give me anxiety. Shouts to Sunday Scaries for helping me curb my anxiety. If you want to curb your anxiety, go to sundayscaries.com. Promo code Bucket Up. I got apples.
Ooh. So, what's your favorite apple?
You're gonna laugh at me.
Red Delicious?
Yeah, it's like that and the Washington Red, the Washington something.
Yeah, those are good. As long as it's not Granny Smith, those are trash.
Nah, I like and then I'm going purple plum.
Okay, plum. A good plum is fire.
So
not
fire.
To be stuffed on.
Clementine.
Wow, so like in the orange family, but not exactly orange.
Reason being convenience. It's easier to open up a clementine than a whole orange.
True, they typed in. I get that.
So is that 3 or 4?
That's 3. You said watermelon in your top 5, so I'm guessing that's next.
Yeah, watermelon, banana.
Okay. See, I like banana. It's convenient as hell. It does taste like pretty good. So I get why it'd be in the top 5. I'm just not in my top 5.
Yeah, and yeah.
Slept on fruit though is cherries. Like cherry flavor shit is trash, but like actual cherries are pretty good.
I like the fake maraschino cherries.
Really?
Those are funny to eat. And then trying to think what else. Yeah, I was gonna say, what is olive's not considered a fruit, is it?
No. I think olive's just like I guess a veggie. You don't really think of it as a veggie or a fruit, Think of something else.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be, But
you think of it as oil. I don't know.
as you think of it as oil, I don't
uh,
know.
I don't know what I think about. I
Well,
guess it's
anyway,
a veggie.
yeah, but you got my top 5, and shouts to Taco Bell on the watermelon freeze, man. That's just
Or
clean.
all
But
everybody listening, drop your top 5 fruits. Let us know if you really bang with those other melons over watermelon. Don't let us know that because we don't care.
yeah,
But make sure you hit us up on the social medias. You can hit us up at the Bucket Up Podcast on Facebook, at Bucket Up Podcast on Twitter, or the Bucket Hat Boys on Instagram. Let us know what you about.
word, man. I think we've arrived. Burn.
Shit.
Favorite time of the week. Coming with the old school, of course, man. You know, we in our bag right now when it comes to sports. If you're not with, I understand a lot of buckets out there not sports fans, but we in our bag when it comes to hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs. So we kind of just stuck watching the TV, bro. So I'm hitting them with my old school. He is my favorite rapper of all time, Big L. Street Struck.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Nice little shouts to RIP Big L.
Yeah.
For me, we had a decent amount of albums drop this weekend. For the ladies, we had Lizzo drop. Shouts to her. I listened to some of that. It was pretty cool. Definitely more pop than I thought it might be for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if you know who Lizzo is. Do you know who Lizzo is?
Nah.
She's just a girl who she raps, sings, and she also plays the flute. Type wild.
Mm. As long as she don't got horses in the back.
Nah, she don't got her horses in the back. No, she just be cooling, but also Wiz dropped the album for 420.
Really?
Yeah, he did, bro. I listened to like most of it.
What's it called?
It's called Fly Times Volume 1.
Mm.
He got back on and made some songs with notable beat makers Cardo and Sladron, which is, if you don't know, that's like the dudes he worked with for Cushion OJ. So it kind of had like that kind of Cushion OJ feel on there. Had a lot of features. I like what I heard on that, so definitely check that out. Obviously, you don't have to be like in a 420 mood or whatever to listen to it. Also, I ain't really listened to the whole album, but my song of the week is definitely "Family Not a Group" by SOB and RBE. It's a little West Coast group out there. They were on the Black Panther album. They did Paramedic on there, if you don't know, and so they dropped the album with Hit Boy, the producer that used to be popping. He did Hit Boy did the Niggas in Paris beat.
Oh,
If you
sick.
need a
Ball so
reference.
hard.
Yeah, exactly. And so they came out with a joint album, and Family Not a Group is the banger off of there. I might throw it on the pod. So.
All right, sick, man. Well, shit, Ty. Again, thanks for putting up with me week after week. We've arrived, like we said, episode 82 of the most chemistry organic podcast there is, man. Shouts to Jesus for making his awaited return. Shouts to the brisket for going down. Shouts to Passover. Shouts to Easter. But yeah, shouts to the buckets, man. We living, we growing. We're gonna be catching flights, man. Trying to get to Colorado soon. Shouts to Lance. We gotta get him on the pod to talk about the specifics.
We gotta stop bumping them. That's what we gotta stop doing.
Yeah, I know, man. Shit, this one's on me. But anything else, man?
Nah, bro. I hope everybody had a great Easter because you probably listen to this after the fact. But yeah, thanks for listening. We out.
Chit.
All right. We could do a recap, but we could also not because it's so short. It's up to you. You want to do a recap real quick?
Let's just we can do a recap.
All right, so we can just say on today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast, we talk about 420, Passover history.
Roman J. Israel is born.
Roman J. Israel was born. The Beyonce doc. Our top 5 fruit and more.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, write that down.
Get ready, babe. See, I told you 45 minutes ish. You didn't.
Heard her say that.
He heard you say that. Dude, we were so high last night watching just Jersey Shore reruns. And dude, I'm gonna start doing a thing on our shit called Sammy. What is it called? Sammy quotes or some shit? Or like, dude, Sammy subtitles. The girl says like the funniest shit. Like there's one where there's an episode when like Ron's going to get like his butt checked out because he's like bleeding when he's pooping.
Oh man.
And Samantha's like, why is Ron bleeding out of his ass? Like, it was just it's just so funny, bro. But like, fam, and then there's an episode where he, you know how they fight all the time. He throws her shit like all over the room, and like while she's like crying and all her shit's thrown about, she's like, "This is God telling me to leave." It's like, no, fam, this is like everybody telling you to leave.
All right.
Oh man.
You guys out of there. You guys gotta be there at 1, right?
I mean, like she was saying like 12-ish, but whatever.
I'm gonna go with Joelle. She's probably right.
They gave me a free
What did I do?
humidifier, dude.
Who gave you a free humidifier?
The dispensary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I'll do on today's episode of Bucket Up Podcast. We talk about, and then you can do 420. I'll do Passover and Easter history.
I could say 420 is a big day for them, a normal day for me.
Right. Okay. And then I'll do Passover and Easter history. And you do Roman J. Israel is boring. I'll say the Beyonce doc, and then you say our top 5 fruits and more.
All right, cool. Yeah.
On today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast, we talk about
420 being a big day for them, but a normal day for me.
Passover and Easter history.
Yo, Roman J. Israel was boring.
The Beyonce doc that dropped on Netflix.
Our top 5 fruits and more.
All right, cool. I can clean that up.
Oh.
I bet.
Oh yeah, remember.
Easter, homie.
Thanks, bro. I'm sending snaps and shit. Send the I remember the time drop, or not time drop, the like maybe a sound effect when I did the Passover breakdown or something.
Yeah. I'll make a note right now.
All right, cool.
All right, cool.
All right, thanks, bro. I'll hit you up later.
All right.
Later.
See you.